Welcome to Paper Cut Crafts. Today we're going to use the Fable Friends stamp set and a piece of Whisper white cardstock. I just wanted to do some simple card making that doesn't require a whole lot of cardstock or even more than one stamp set. So here I'm going to use the rabbit from this stamp set, but first I'm going to do a mask for the grass, for the ground. I'm just using some post-it notes that I've ripped in half to represent like hills in the ground, and I'm just using some cheap washi tape that I've picked up to hold this in place, and then I will use the shaded spruce ink pad itself directly onto the card and smear it across the bottom. This kind of gives it a wavy effect. You can use a sponge or daubers for this as well. Now I'm going to use the Memento Black to stamp the rabbit. I want to make sure that he is sitting on top of the ground and not sitting in the ground. So I'm just kind of looking for where his feet fit the best. Next, I would like to put a nice sentiment on this. This is intended for a baby, so that was the sentiment I was looking for. This makes a cute little baby card. And then I'm going to use the Pacific Point ink to stamp it. This is an older ink pad, but it is a current color. I've decided to use my blends to color this rabbit. I'm going to use the Crumb Cake and the Bermuda Bay blends, and with a little dash of So Saffron to give it a little highlight color. And I'm also going to soften his belly a little with the color Lifter. That's that white marker you see on the top of the frame. Here I wanted to add a number, but I don't have a stamp set that has a number in it, so I thought I would freehand draw it. So as I did it, it looked okay, but I decided that even though it looks alright, it didn't look exactly how I wanted it. I wasn't sure how I would color it in. So this is chalked up to be more of a blooper reel than what I actually ended up using. So I ended up using a number 3 from a retired set for the numbers dies. I'm not sure why it retired, but it really worked for this card. So I did end up using a retired product, and then I just attached it using glue dots. For this card, I'm still using the Fabled Friends, and I'm also going to do another mask for the ground. I'm just reusing the same post-it note that I used before, but this time I want to add a water feature to the side, so I am trying to place the water for the mask so I can create water with a bit of an like a shore edge to it. So I kind of had to play around with that just to get the right angle that I was looking for my mask. For the grass, I'm using Call Me Clover, and again I'm just smearing it on right from the pad. And then I am going to play around with the post-it notes, trying to get them situated the way I want them for the water. For the watercolor, I'm using Coastal Cabana ink, and again I'm just going to smear it over top of my mask of post-it notes. Here I'm going to use the Call Me Clover marker to outline the water to kind of make it look like it has a shore around the backside, and also to soften the transition where my post-it notes were. On a bit of a side note, once I finished doing this, I just realized that the grass and the water were very close in color, and after I outlined it, it kind of blended in a little bit too much. I think if I did this card again, I would make the water a lighter color blue so that it showed up a little bit more against the grass. Here I am stamping some grass. This stamp is in the set, and I'm just using the Call Me Clover again. I'm just putting a little highlights here and there to show some grass that you would normally see out in the field or a pasture. And then I'm going to use the Memento Black to stamp the duck. I'm going to keep her on the grass, and I'm going to try and make her stand on this little hill here. I do get one of her feet a little bit low, but I figured it kind of looks like she's standing a little bit lower on the hill than right on top of it. For this card, it's more of a birthday card, so I'm using the Happy Spring stamp. It doesn't actually have a birthday sentiment, but that's okay. I figured this would work. And I just stamped that in the Coastal Cabana ink. I decided to color the duck's outfit in Daffodil Delight blends. So I used the lighter color for the main outfit, and then I highlight the outlines and pocket and some of her beak with the darker, and I also went over it with some saffron and a little bit of Calypso Coral, just to give her beak more of a beak color. And I highlighted her with this Saffron. It's a lighter color. And then here I was thinking of making a sun, and I didn't have anything round, so I thought I would trace the inside of this tape dispenser, but because of the clips inside that hold the tape in, it didn't come out in a circle, so I had to hand draw the circle, and it turned out pretty well. And I just colored this in with the Saffron as well.